There are some skills nobody celebrates when we learn them. Skills like how to read a room before speaking, how to smile when something hurts, how to answer, "How are you?" without telling the truth. Most of us pick up those skills long before we realize we're learning them, and eventually, silence stops being something we choose. It becomes something we're good at. Welcome to the Global Barstool, a space for conversations about the stories we inherit, the assumptions we carry, and the perspectives that quietly shape how we move through the world. Pull up a chair. This is when silence becomes a skill. I don't believe people go quiet because they lack words. They go quiet because they learn that honesty can be expensive. Sometimes speaking costs credibility. Sometimes it costs belonging. Sometimes it costs stability, opportunity, or peace. And sometimes it simply feels safer to carry the weight alone. So people adapt. They learn how to function while exhausted, how to perform while grieving, how to appear calm while quietly coming apart. The world often rewards that adaptation. Silence gets mistaken for maturity, for professionalism, for faith, for strength. People look at someone carrying an invisible burden and say, they're handling it well. What they often mean is, they're suffering quietly enough that it doesn't affect me. But silence has a cost, and it collects interest. Anxiety learns how to hide behind competence. Grief learns how to sound like politeness. Exhaustion disguises itself as reliability. People show up to work, family gatherings, celebrations, and places of worship looking perfectly fine, while privately negotiating how much longer they can hold everything together. That's why safe spaces matter. Not because life is fragile, because people are human. A safe space is not where everything gets fixed. It's where everything doesn't have to be defended. It's where someone can say, "I'm not okay," without immediately being corrected, coached, challenged, or rushed toward a solution. It's where truth can exist without punishment. That kind of presence is rarer than we admit. Many people spend years surrounded by conversation while never feeling heard. For men, silence is often framed as dignity. For women, honesty is sometimes treated as liability. Young people learn which emotions will be dismissed. Older people wonder whether anyone still wants to hear what they carry. And when race, class, culture, or politics enter the picture, the risks attached to honesty can grow heavier still. So people adapt, they edit themselves, they shrink, they survive without ever being fully seen. That is why safe spaces do not simply need to be found. They need to be created, not only by therapists, counselors, or institutions, by friends, parents, partners, anyone willing to listen without turning another person's experience into their own. A safe space might be a kitchen table, a front porch, a long walk, a bar stool. The location matters less than the posture. The willingness to stay present without taking control. Walking into a safe space requires courage. Becoming one requires discipline. It means resisting the urge to fix everything, explain everything, or manage someone else's pain so that it becomes easier for you to hear. Listening is not passive. It is one of the most generous things a person can do. Life is heavier than most of us admit. We were never meant to carry everything alone, even if we've become remarkably skilled at trying. So find the places where you can tell the truth, and whenever possible, become one of those places for someone else. Because silence keeps many things intact. Reputations, routines, appearances, but it rarely keeps people whole. Until next time, this has been the Global Barstool, where silence is examined, not celebrated, where listening becomes an act of service, and where strength is allowed to include truth.